Okay, my friends, before we get started, I just want to prepare you. This is about dinosaurs in the Connecticut Valley Rift Basin. Now, why were there so many dinosaurs here? And what is the geography here? And what is the layers of bedding? Let me show you.
I suppose I'll be debunking dinosaurs as well. So stay tuned to the end because it'll be the craziest thing you've ever seen.
So you got the red bed is the flesh, and it's clay. And then the gray clay is above it, and that's like not quite really fleshy. It's a little bit different. It's got biology and plant life and all kind of things, I'm sure. So that's the gray clay. Now the black cap is the fallout. So that layers it right there. Now I have all of those layers right here. The red bed, the gray clay, and the black cap. Only the gray clay should have been up here. That's a footprint, and it appears to be almost human.
I'll simply debunk his claims by using simple science, or consistency. He's confused on why the red layer is on top, thus believing it to be a footprint. But I say it's just due to location by finding them in a basin near a water system. I say they were under flowing muddy floodwaters, finding the least resistance depositing layers of mud over time, and what the water didn't touch stayed gray as you see here. I say that he's wrong, and those are the heads of an avian bird-like dragon flattened from the flood. Typically triangular in shape when flattened, but it would have a very powerful beak, with a crowned head with two horns at each corner like this. He claims to have the most flawless specimens, but you will clearly see that it is I. I'll begin from left to right, showing you almost the exact specimens to match his, thus proving that my claims are indeed true. The first one with the neck beginning at the bottom of the screen looking up, head turned to the right facing northeast. I've highlighted the eyes and the crease of the mouth in red. If you zoomed, you would see a nostril opening and an eye exactly like this. But as for this one, the middle, it's extremely flattened with the beak bent to the left. You're right at the bottom of the screen. If not flattened, it will look similar to this. Now here's where it gets fun and a little tricky, but we'll subtract the trickiness by staying consistent with consistency. This is the same thing with the beat broken off at the red line. Jesus said anyone with eyes should see and anyone with ears should hear. So listen to me when I tell you, if you re-examine or look closer at where I've placed the eyes, can clearly see what makes you see. On the left you'll see a well-defined eye, and almost symmetrically to the right there's an indentation from where the right eye is. And to further back my claims, here's some specimens of my own findings.
Goes along with all of this, and I'm pretty sure that foot would have made this exact same impression. It's beyond unbelievable, but it's true. It is what it is.
Now, last but not least, the original non-no-toe, but one of the best-looking jethead dragons I have seen thus far. You can more than likely see it already if you paid attention. It has a deep eye socket from being smashed in the flood, a well-defined mouth seam, and an extremely rare, unbroken beak. Just a beauty. And he doesn't even know it. By now there should be no question as if I'm right or wrong or not. But if you're still not convinced, here's some more specimens. Here you can see facing to the right with an origami-type bend to it, with an large well-defined eye and an open beak. I believe this one speaks for itself. Now that you have a general idea of what they look like, then you can go around and see just strikingly common they are. And by common, I literally mean everywhere. Varying in sizes from inches to continents, they've reigned here since the beginning and make up our universe. I began to call it the African jet head because it biologically links directly to Africa. I covered this in another video already, please feel free to check it out. But basically I claim that Africa is the same breed of dragon with the neck at a 90-degree angle, facing south with Lake Victoria being the left eye on the right of the screen, and South Africa being the beak facing south. And then when you take being flattened and dismembered from the flood into consideration, and look around again, then you will start seeing how much they thrived, and that they're on top of the surface of the earth. Now you ask yourself, where would dinosaurs fit in with them?
We have come to know the way of the world.